here, Hannah Mindful Mother, and in today's video I'm going to share with you a brilliant technique to change your focus very quickly and allow yourself to move from negative thoughts and feelings to positive thoughts and feelings. Hi guys, so today I want to talk about a brilliant technique. When you feel that you are beginning to think in a negative way, something has come over you and you are starting to act in a negative way, your thoughts are more negative, and then of course you're feeling more negative. How do you stop that process? How do you stop it from getting worse and worse and worse? When someone has done something, we so often a thought will go into our head, and then that thought will just go to a more negative thought and a more negative thought. And of course you're feeling more negative, so another negative thought will come, and then you feel even more negative. You maybe feel more angry, you maybe feel sadder, and of course you're just thinking more of it again, and it's just going worse and worse and worse. It's a downward spiral, and you're just getting more and more negative until you really are very, very angry or very, very sad. Now you want to be able to stop that downward spiral. You want to press pause. So imagine you're in this situation and it first starts. You're up here still now, but you can feel it coming on, and you're starting to feel a little bit negative or feeling just, you can feel it coming on. You're starting to think in a less positive way. And you know that if you allow that to continue, it will take you down that spiral. So you want to press pause. Imagine that you're pressing pause and then just pause. That's it. Then just take time, just breathe in and breathe out. And then after you've just allowed yourself to connect with your breath, then just observe what's happened. Where do you feel this emotion? Where is it in your body? Can you feel it in your tummy? Is it in your shoulders tense? Do you feel tension in your throat? Do you feel your neck has gone very tense? Do you feel you're clenching your fists? Can you feel it in your legs? Do you feel weaker? How are you physically feeling in your body now? And then observe what was the thought that went through your head. You're being the observer now. You're not in the emotion because you've pressed pause. You're now simply looking upon the situation, just pressed pause, and now you're looking in. So you can see what you were thinking, but you're not thinking it now. You're seeing what you were thinking. Now, you might then feel like, but I want to keep thinking this because it was really unfair what that person did to me, or it was really unfair what's just happened to me. Absolutely, you are used to indulging in that negativity. Lots of us have been through this, lots of us, and you'll want to keep complaining or keep moaning. Just remember that isn't how it has to be. It's not actually you. It's just that you have got used to that. Your body is used to that kind of reaction to the situation. It quite likes being there because it's got used to those chemicals, those chemicals that make you feel more negative. It's got used to that now. So it's like an addiction. It's used to feeling more negative. It's used to reacting in the more negative way. So you have to stand up. So this is the next thing to do, is just stand up tall, stand up strong, with your head held high, and say, no, I am greater than my past. I'm greater than this habitual reaction to this negativity. I'm going to stop complaining, stop moaning, stop dwelling on what has just been, because that has gone now. If you're doing that, it has to be something from your past. It could be something as well that you're anxious about for the future. Same thing, same principle. Press pause, see where it is in your body physically, and then observe what you're thinking. But remember, if you're struggling to get out of it, just remember that was just the habitual behavior, that is not you. It doesn't need to be you anymore. You need to be stronger than your body. I say your body as in what your body is used to now with the chemicals, and you need to bring in other more positive chemicals by simply bringing in that love and taking a moment for yourself and remembering that you are love. You can feel however you want to feel, and you can put your focus on whatever you want to focus upon. So you're observing And now you're thinking, what was I thinking at the time when it happened? And now you can observe, well, okay, so I thought this thought and it could have got to this, but I'm going to just not allow it to go to the next thought. Was it such a big deal? Or, is that what I thought it was going to be because of what it was going to develop to be? You sort of know that negative reaction could then develop, and then you could get angry, and you're used to that from what's happened before. But really think, what was I thinking? What was the first thought? And can you change that thought now? So if it was, that was so unfair what they did, can you just sort of, as you've pressed pause and you're observing, can you think, was it such a big deal what they did? Or were they having a bit of a hard time at that moment? Were they feeling a little bit overwhelmed at that moment? You might just begin to see it from somebody else's point of view. If it was something that's happened to you, so say you've just broken a glass and then something else has happened, so then you just stop and you're observing. And you could have been like, oh, everything is going wrong today. Could have been the thought that went through your head. But then if you're becoming aware, you're now observing, and you see that thought was, oh, everything is going wrong today, then you just look at it and you go, is everything going wrong today? Is it? Or did I just break a glass? That's it. It could have been as simple as that, but the emotion, that addiction to that negative emotion, that negative reaction to things like that happening has made then you potentially think it was a lot worse than it actually was. You clean up the glass. Is it really that bad? Well, no, it's not. It's just that you, in the emotion, felt like it was. So you've now pressed pause on that emotion. You've become aware of how you're feeling, and you've become aware of your thoughts. Now you can now change the direction of those thoughts. You can look at it and, okay, so it wasn't so bad. Okay, now I can decide where I want to go from here. I can decide the direction I want to take, both mentally and physically. I can decide now what I think, and I can decide how I'm going to feel, because of course your thoughts make you feel a certain way, and your feelings will make you think more of those thoughts. But it all starts with the thoughts. So if you can interrupt those thoughts and observe those thoughts and take them for what they really were, just the one thought or the two thoughts, before they develop into more strong thoughts where you think things are worse than they actually are and the feelings are corresponding. But pause before that happens. Then you decide how to proceed. You decide what direction you want to take now. Who do you want to be? How do you want to act in this situation? Would you like to be the sort of person who just simply cleans up the glass? Sings as they do it. Okay, this happened, but never mind. And it takes you just a few minutes, all's done. And then you're smiling again and doing your next thing you want to do. Would you like to be the sort of person who's smiling at all your friends, your children, your spouse, your parents, your family, and continuing with that positivity? Would you like to be the sort of person who brings light to other people's lives? Would you like to be the sort of person who feels that light inside of them, that buzzing energy that makes you just feel love for life every day? If you do, you can be. You are that person. Inside, you are that person. We have all let things get to us at different times in our life. But the key is to not let that reaction continue and get worse. And this is a great way to stop it going down that downward spiral and making things worse, but actually pausing, observing, and then deciding how we want to be and what direction we want to take. We are now in control of our life. We are now the creator of our life, rather than the victim of what has just happened. We are creating because we have decided that we want to take a more positive path, we want to have more positive thoughts, and we want to love our life. And then, of course, the feelings will correspond to all of that, and you will feel amazing. So I'm sending so much love to you all today. I really hope this helps. Please do share with all of your friends who have trouble sometimes changing their focus, because we all have trouble, but this is an amazing way to do it. And also subscribe to my channel, and remember to press the bell icon as well so you have the notifications of when my new videos come out. I'm sending so much love, guys. Bye bye.